All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a match between Cash versus, I believe, Lubber, taking place here on Northern Isle. Over here on the bottom left-hand side of the map, we have Stupid, Cash playing under the name Stupid over here on the bottom left-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, over here on the top right, we have Lubber spotting as, the Green Undead. Yep, gonna be casting some quarterfinals, semifinals, and final matches here of CoolCup number 3. Hopefully this is all going to be very entertaining, and we're still working, or the tournament organizers are still working to just grow the prize pool, so definitely participate, watch, talk about it. These are all things that will definitely help us out and just grow the Warcraft 3 community even more. Now, Orc versus Undead in this 1v1 matchup, as we are most likely going to be looking at a Blade Master going up against a Death Knight. Timing, Altar of Darkness, Tomb of Relics, Crypt shows that it will be ghouls a little bit earlier on. Meanwhile, taking a look at the Orc, timing really depends on when that Voodoo Lounge goes down and when that second Orc Burrow, mouse jumping all around all over the place, when that second Orc Burrow is placed down. We are going to be going in for that Blade Master, no surprise here. Meanwhile, Death Knight now getting trained up as well, as things are well underway. Timing on that Tomb of Relics actually a little bit earlier than I expected. No real reason to get it that early, as it's quite some time before the Death Knight can make its way out. But then again, you don't want to pull Acolytes too far away from mining. If you have the gold, might as well just start building that building if you don't have anything else to do with it. We are going into the matchup down over here. We are looking at the Blade Master. Voodoo Lounge is down. Still waiting to see if that second Orc Burrow or a fast tech to tier 2 is underway, as the Blade Master will most likely sell those items alongside one Grunt, try to pick up some of those, and then perhaps do a little bit of harassment. Ghouls are also out as well. We do not see a second Ziggurat out either, so both of these players going to be sitting on 20 supply max for a little bit of time. As we can see, Undead already techs to tier 2. Meanwhile, Cash should be not too far behind, teching to tier 2 as well. Blade Master going to easily clear out that that Ogre, pick up a Circlet of Nobility. He sells the Scroll of Town Portal, picks up double healing salves and the Scroll of Speed. Meanwhile, Lubber now making his rounds out, going to go ahead and clear up the remainder of this creep camp. Picks up a Ring of Protection +3, and is just going to continue to creep, it looks like. Large number of skeletons, but this does become a little bit of a problem. Thank you, Lab, for the follow. Maybe I should turn those notifications off if it does start to get in the way of the official tournament, as the Blade Master now looking to, clear up the Murloc Huntsman. Death Knight down over here, and as I was mentioning earlier, the unfortunate side effect of the Death Knight doing some early creeping is that he ends up taking experience away from the Lich by the time the Lich does come out. Skeletal Minion now doing a little bit of scouting. Is the Blade Master going to go after that right there? Let's take a look. There's level 2 on the Death Knight. Blade Master gets a Windwalk Strike on a Skeletal Minion. Gets a little bit of additional experience as this Skeletal Minion tries to do a bit more scouting. Back on the other side here, Blade Master, picks up a second Circlet of Nobility. Death Knight has the the Unholy Aura up, able to move around quickly, as both sides don't have very large armies, and it looks like both sides are just going to retreat back to their bases. During this time, we can see multiple Orc Burrows are now down tech to tier 2, 2/3 of the way through, and I'm wondering what type of tech Cash is going to be bringing to the party. Is he going to be going for perhaps the Tauren Totem for Spirit Walkers? However, that does not generally work out well because of Destroyers. We could go and see double Bestiary, as Raiders and Kodo Beast rather powerful in that matchup as well, as we're looking at the Blade Master going out and looking to pick off some other units as well. Death Knight will get closer to level 3, but not going to get there. It looks like he picked up the Potion of Invulnerability and is now backing away. Back over here, you can see Lubber does a quick tech to tier 2 and then runs straight into tier 3 as he is going for that Lich. Lich is incredibly important in the matchup. oftentimes the Lich goes for Frost Armor first just to try and neutralize that Blade Master. Meanwhile, Cash is going for a Shadow Hunter second. We still don't see a War Mill though, and that is a big question mark for me. Lubber should already be starting to get some Crypt Fiends out. You can see the graveyard is already up. And once Crypt Fiends are out, Obsidian Statues, there's that Slaughterhouse. Those Orc Burrows are going to be in a large amount of danger. And the Orc Burrows are perhaps the weakest link in the Orc army. Cash is going into tier 3, so we are expecting to see a Tauren Chieftain as the third hero. Endurance Aura greatly improving the overall damage and movement speed of the Orc army while offsetting the Death Knight's Unholy Aura. Alright, Death Knight now shows up to the party and says, you know what, I got Frost Armor, what are you going to do about it? Grunt taking a little bit of damage, Skeletal Minion now trying to back away, there's a little bit more damage again, there's Frost Armor onto that Lich as the Death Knight is baiting that Grunt to attack him, so he will get slowed down. More damage getting added in here, Death Knight has to be very careful, has to back away, new Grunt now joining in on the fight, as we see a small exchange going back and forth. Both of these players opting to really just go heavy into tech. We're at the 34-minute mark right now. There is that War Mill that I was expecting, and it is going to be a single bestiary to start training up those precious units. A little scuffle in the middle of the map once more. Hey, thank you for tuning in on the stream as we see a quick hex onto the Lich. Lich now trying to get away. Scroll of Speed. There is another Frost Armor there. Death Knight comes in with the Death Coil. Are we going to perhaps see a Potion of Invulnerability used? Yes, we are. Obsidian Statue now joins in on the fight as the Obsidian Statue is there to try and offer a little bit of health as well. Both sides still fighting. Lich unable to pick apart any of those units there. And the use of that Potion of Invulnerability does save the Lich, but at the same time, that Potion of Invulnerability may in fact be more valuable. Level 1 Lich does resurrect very quickly, as we're going to take a look. Well, Blade Master trying to clear up the remainder of that creep camp here. Shadow Hunter going to go ahead and continue to fight. Wind Riders are now up in the air, and Cash, well, with Wind Riders can deal a lot of damage, but with Crypt Fiends perhaps already out on the field, it's only going to be a matter of time before we get Web. We are looking at a large number of ghouls. Ghouls do have Frenzy. Are we getting in a third hero? I don't see any signs of a Dark Ranger as of yet, as we are now looking at the Wind Riders now trying to head back here. All right. Death Knight picks up a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability to replace the full potion that he lost moments ago. Lich still sitting at level 1, and that Orb of Corruption is going to be absolutely key. Blade Master curiously sitting on the True Shot Aura. Blade Master of Cash does not need that item at all, as the Blade Master now going to perhaps go after, no, completely ignore here. We are looking at the Forest Troll Warlord taking a large amount of damage. Blade Master now coming across. There's the Obsidian Statue. Dark Ranger now shows up to the fight as well, as we're going to be looking at the Ice Troll Warlord perhaps getting taken down here in just a moment. There it goes. Death Knight picks up Wand of the Wind and may try to clear out the remainder of this creep camp to give level 2 to the Lich. Wind Rider up in the air here. Shadow Hunter perhaps should be looking at that True Shot Aura. Tauren Chieftain is currently out onto the field. Actually stole level 2 away from that Shadow Hunter, as we're going to be looking at the engagement here. One Wind Rider. Is it enough to really tech web here, as the Tauren Chieftain does not show Endurance Aura, so it's probably going to be a very early stomp. All right, Tauren Chieftain, stomp scroll. Coming in, trying to put his foot down, and are we going to see him be able to stomp anything of importance? Right there it goes. There is that stomp. Death Knight going to come across with that Death Coil here. No Death Coil. Death Knight just coming back the other way completely. Blade Master now gets up to level 3, as Cash should be able to do a large amount of damage here. All right, let's take a look at this. One arrow from the back, able to finish it off from the Dark Ranger, as the Shadow Hunter gets taken down. Web already onto those Wind Riders, and Cash is in trouble here. Cash going after an Obsidian Statue, only to see another one replace it immediately. Tauren Chieftain is there as well, and what is going on? All right, they're taking a look. Crypt Fiend trying to head back here. Kodo Beast is eating up a ghoul. Kodo Beast needs to get away. Scroll of Speed already used up, as the Kodo Beast down to 173 hit points. Blade Master getting in some big win or critical strikes here to try and take down that Obsidian Statue. Dark Ranger now sitting at level 2, and Cash is in trouble. There goes a Death Coil saving up that Crypt Fiend again. Blade Master has enough mana perhaps to try and finish off the remaining units. There is a Windwalk strike, and now that low hit point ghoul, is he going to win walk and chase it? He decides against it. Cash sitting at 33 over 50 compared to Lubber's 30 or 40 over 50 now. A big advantage currently for Lubber, but how is he going to capitalize on it? Blademaster picks up the Pure of Vitality, sees Wand of the Wind, and are we going to get a surround here? This is key. Blademaster, oh, he was low on mana, but still able to get back out here. All right, let's take a look. Forcing an engagement here. Obsidian Statue now out onto the field. However, the Tuskar Trapper and Ice Trolls seem to be siding with the Blademaster and that Orc army, getting in a little bit more damage again. Death Coil, Healing Wave saves Blademaster down to 225 hit points. Needs to get healed back up and get healed quickly. Alright, units trying to make their way back around. Crypt Fiends could easily start putting damage onto those Orc Burrows. No upgrade on the Fortified Armor as the Grunts now trying to head back again. Death Knight trying to, well, sneak away. What is he doing? Death Knight could just go after that Grunt right there. Why isn't he going after that Grunt? Death Knight actually ventured in a bit too far. As well, thank you for the follow. As the Death Knight now in serious trouble. Are we going to see a scroll, the Potion of Lesser Invulnerability be used? Yes, it is. Blademaster right there as well. Scroll of Town Portal now being used as a follow-up. There goes another Troll Headhunter as a Crypt Fiend is saved by that Scroll of Town Portal. Dark Ranger out. Lich is out. Lubber sitting at 46 over 50 supply. All of these buildings back off over here. Very well protected. Blademaster will have a difficult time getting in. And now this is a decision moment. Do you try to set up an expansion? What are you going to try to do to build on your lead or make your recovery? 544 creep camp here will get cleared out rather fast. Tauren Chieftain, perhaps with Stomp already, needs to get some more scrolls of speed to be able to put his foot down at the right time. Obsidian Statue, very low on hit points, no acolytes to repair, but Banshees are out and do have Curse to, well, slow things down on that Blademaster, causing him to miss his target. We're looking at the Obsidian Statues just rotating around right now. A little bit of a break in the action between Cash and Lubber as both of them want to just clear out the creeps and perhaps gain an advantage that way. We are looking at Lubber sitting at 50 over 50 supply, and he's pretty much not wanting to break into low upkeep until he absolutely has to. There's still plenty of item spots on that Death Knight, and that's one of the reasons why he is creeping right now. Lich gets, well, that Helm of Valor, Agility, and Strength. Not quite sure why that's needed on the Lich. Perhaps if Intelligence was in there, that'd make a little bit more sense. Death Knight, is he going to pick up that Tome of Strength +2? Yes, he is. 50 extra hit points, better passive regeneration, as we're looking at the armies right now about stabilized. Both sides are at tier 3. Hero levels are going to be one of the key differences here. Cash only getting 1 to 2 Wind Riders at a time, and I like this play. I like the fact that, well, if you invest too much into Crypt Fiends, all of a sudden, to try to deal with those Wind Riders, all of a sudden, once that one Wind Rider is gone, well, your army isn't going to be all that powerful. Back down to the south here, we're going to be looking at a quick engagement. There is a quick Hex. Tauren Chieftain trying to finish it off. Isn't going to get stomped. There's a Purge onto the Obsidian Statue. A big Purge right there. Death Coil in time. 126 critical strike, Windwalk strike, and there goes another Crypt Fiend. I don't believe the Crypt Fiends have Burrow. I haven't seen it as of yet. And, well, Cash is making his comeback now. Just in time Death Coil. There's the Burrow, but not in time there, as the Wind Rider is going to start to get taken out. There they go. You can see Dark Ranger gets up to level 3. Obsidian Statue, well, trying to be saved. The Banshee doing everything to curse the Blademaster, but the Blademaster still able to finish off that target. There goes another Kodo Beast. Reversal of fortune on that Crypt Fiend as he rejoins in on the battle. Tauren Chieftain down to 300 hit points. Could easily get burst down if he's not careful. More Troll Berserkers coming in, joining in on the fight as we are very close to that Orc army. Dark Ranger needs to back up. Scroll of Speed going to get in front of that Dark Ranger. However, Death Coil saves it. Death Knight still battling it out. Has a Potion of Replenishment. Going to go ahead and chase after that Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain forced to use the Potion of Invulnerability. I'm sure he would have liked to save that for another day, as the Death Knight, well, there's the quick Hex. This is a problem. Potion of Healing on the Death Knight cannot be used in time. Now trying to head back. There's the Frost Armor. Blademaster, however, gets the Windwalk strike. And the Tauren Chieftain was able to heal up with the Potion of Invulnerability while getting up a healing salve. Death Knight falls at level 3, quickly resurrected back at the tavern as both sides go back to their respective corners. Lubber needs to figure out what he's going to be doing next. 49 supply compared to 41. We should be looking at an expansion attempt sometime soon. The Tuskar Trappers are still here, though, so these peons really can't do all that much. Death Knight is going to get to level 4, level 2 Unholy Aura. Obsidian Statue only providing Essence of Blight, not Essence of Mana, as the expansion on the top left of Lubber, well, quickly getting shut down. Alright, this expansion not going to be able to pay for itself in any way, shape, or form. Blade Master says thank you for the experience, as the Tauren Chieftain, well, looking to take down that Haunted Gold Mine. Alright, large number of Troll Berserkers are currently right here. We don't see any abominations. There's a quick purge from that lightning ball as the Death Coil drastically late. Death Knight should have known that that was not going to work there. Waste of 75 mana as Lubber is slowly starting to see cracks in his army and his play. Crypt Fiend's looking to back up there. There's a beautiful stomp across multiple units. Death Knight trying to shut down that Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain uses a Potion of Healing as the units are still diving their way through. Blade Master up to 186 critical strikes now as the Tauren Chieftain uses a Potion of Invulnerability to stay alive, followed by another healing wave. Death Knight continuing to battle it out. Death Knight now looking to back up here. Lich could be in trouble, needs to get a Death Coil onto the Tauren Chieftain. It gets taken down. However, it's going to be a trading of a level 3 Tauren Chieftain for a level 3 Lich. Death Knight now looking to back up right here as we were looking at a 27 over 70 supply. Death Knight, if it got purged right there, that pretty much would have been over there. Oh, wow. Perfect timing on that heal. Or excuse me, that Death Pack right there. Death Knight was only has level 1 Unholy Aura. That was that instantaneous heal for so much, a full hit point Crypt Fiend being sacrificed right there. Lubber knows that if this expansion goes, well, he pretty much is going to lose the game. The tipping point has been reached. If he can force cash into a little bit of a poor play, or perhaps get some very, very lucky, oh, Death Coil right there, but I believe a Potion of Healing was used in time. Alright, Banshee now getting taken down. Dark Ranger sitting at level 3, not able to do very much. You can see all of these Troll Berserkers, True Shot Aura, plus War Drums, plus 5 or even plus 8 damage. So much damage, even though they are not upgraded at all. Those Troll Berserkers able to deal so much, and, well, they can even get that upgrade to attack even faster. Grunts looking to engage. Death Knight now looking to back up again. And still, Lubber is sticking around in this battle. He's fighting to the very end, trying to trade efficiently, but it is a definite uphill climb. This is one of those situations where you could win the next 2 to 3 battles, but at the same time, in the same way, still end up losing the game. As we can take a look, he wasn't even mining from this Haunted Gold Mine across over here. Free damage to be absorbed right there. Dark Ranger Banshees trying to finish things off. Blade Master went back home and is now going to rejoin in on the fight here in just a moment. Still wondering why the True Shot Aura wasn't given to the Shadow Hunter. Blade Master often needs more items than the Shadow Hunter. And, well, that just makes more sense to have those items on that Shadow Hunter instead. Alright, Blade Master now looking to retreat back. Let's take a look. We are going to be starting to mine that gold mine again. Death Coil finishes off a Kodo Beast. Blade Master is going to be able to finish off that Banshee. Gets a purge right there and takes it down. Troll Berserkers now finally 1-0 upgraded. Tauren Chieftain with level 1 Endurance Aura. All those units are attacking that much more quickly. Acolytes being brought off the gold mine to try and repair, only to see himself, well, get stomped by a giant axe. Blade Master continuing to fight. There's the purge onto the Lich. Death Coil should be in time. There's plenty of time. There it goes. Lands on it. Those misses from the Blade Master, absolutely key. Oh, Potion of Lesser Invulnerability being used here. Lubber trying to battle it out. Obsidian Statues coming back here. And Cash is just a lion playing with his food. He's kind of nipped the gazelle in the ankles a couple times, and all Lubber can really do is just stumble around, hoping that something breaks his way. Blade Master continuing to push here. Lubber down by at least, what, 13 supply right now. But the gold mines are starting to run out. Only 3 minutes left. And if Lubber can somehow hold onto this gold mine, he is going to be able to come out ahead. That is a big somehow, though. As you can take a look, there goes the necropolis. No more mining currently underway. A bunch of missing by all of these troll berserkers, and I guess that is the reason why the army doesn't seem to be able to deal nearly as much damage. Well, 25% miss is a grave drop-off in damage, as we're going to look at that Death Knight trying to get away. All right, there you go. The Death Knight trapped into a corner, and that is going to be game number 1. Cash taking game number 1 over Lubber. All right, so let's take a look at the results across over here. I believe we are in the quarterfinals. Oh, I need to expand this. Cash and Lubber. Lubber is now currently down 1 match. We'll see if Cash is able to follow it up as well. I always need to make sure. And